I can say they are safe, being that I work in a school. I'm 100% they are safe because I went and checked the measures they've taken, and I can trust where they are both going to school, my children will be safe. As a parent, I'm not expecting much. It's only that with the new system of how they'll transition to the next class might affect them, because you find that if a child was supposed to finish next year, now this child will finish next year but one. So it's quite a challenge financially, because now, like we are going, this year we'll have 4 terms. So, and we are expected by the school to pay school fees for terms. So that is quite a challenge for parents. Yes.
And then now, as again, now we are buying books, and then before this, they had just moved into a new class. It was March. Now, are you buying new books, or are you just topping up what they already have?
I'm buying new exercise books because when they were at home, they were doing online classes and they were using part of the exercise books that we had bought. So it's also it's a cost on us, because remember, we are buying books now, and then when they'll be going to the next class same year, we'll buy textbook again and exercise books. So it's quite straining to parents. Yes. My kids are in private school. So in private school, much is expected from parents. But in public school, I think the government should provide maybe sanitizers, water, and because even giving the public school desk, and there's no class for those desks. So the government should ensure, even if they're going to give the schools, public schools, maybe tents, so that the students can still learn, because it's going to be crazy. Yes. You're welcome.
My name is Pradeep Rihal, the manager here. We started experiencing traffic from 15th of December last year up to now. But business is not back to normal because they had already bought all their goods last year in January. So now what they're coming for is just basic essentials like stationery items. But we are not doing as well expected to what we expect every January season. Well, yes, we have put up a guard who's actually walking around and asking people to keep their distance. And we've put these barriers here so that we can have at least a meter distance between each other. Well, what they did last year, they had reduced the VAT by 2%, but now as of January 1st, they've sent it back to 16%. We would request them at least for another year for businesses like the education sector to reduce the VAT again to 14, because the education sector was the hardest hit. You're welcome.
Sure, for this daughter of mine, getting back to school on Wednesday after a long period at home, Yes. After a long time at home, probably 7 months, she's outgrown her uniforms now. So having outgrown the uniforms, we have to look for new ones so that she can fit in back to school. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Additional costs will be incurred through masks, because that will be mandatory for all pupils to have. I will bet on the part of schools, extra hand wash stations, extra desks, so that each one will sit individually. But some of those costs will be borne by the parents, of course, yes. So I would urge parents to, number one, talk to the pupils, talk to their children, so that they are aware of what's required of them in school. Social distancing, wearing of masks properly, and also washing their hands most of the times, yes.
And now finally, as a parent, plea to the government, now that you have taken back our children.
Okay. My plea will be really for the government to think about pupils who cannot afford masks every day. That will be very important, because parents want to be sure that they can take their kids back to school and there's a guarantee that there is some care. Parents must be able to be ensured of that by government. There are some schools where you cannot find running water. That I would like the government to ensure that there is water, even if it's potable water, because that will be very paramount for disease control. Yes. Thank you so much.
Jina langu ni John Wesa Mwanzo. Mimi ni msasi wa mtoto ya Form 4 Kitie High School Machakos. Nimekuja kufanya shopping ya vitabu ya mtoto ya shule pamoja na wengine. Kuna wengine standard 6 na standard 3, lakini naona wateja ni wengi na vitabu nayo iko bei kali, so inabidi nijitahidi nitafute kitabu ya mtoto juu wenyewe wanajua corona ilikuwa, lakini hata kama ilikuwa corona lazima msasi ujitahidi waangalia utoto mpaka asome. So nataka niko tayari, lakini siko tayari kabisa juu itabidi lazima ulipe school fees nusu na nusu ununue vitabu. Huwezi lipa school fees yote na mtoto ataandika nini, atasoma nini. Itabidi walimu wakubali, principal, wasasi walipe school fees nusu zingine waangalie vitu ya watoto kama shopping ya watoto wala naenda boarding. Kama huyu wangu ni wa boarding, lazima nifanye shopping, nipatie pocket money na school fees nilipe kidogo, itabidi. No, lazima sasa kama za kuandika kama wa primary, lazima ununue mpya. Itabidi ununue mpya. Juu hata kama zile zilikuwa lakini zimekaa, lazima ununue mpya ndio kiendelea na zile na nachanganya na hizi. Yeah. Ningeomba serikali ile kitu itazingatia sana distance, social distance watoto. Juu hawa seme kama class 2, class 3, au unajua lazima kuwe na walimu wale watakuwa responsible kwa hawa kuwafanyia hiyo, kuangalia mambo ya social distance. Na sana watoto kama wanarudi shule, tungeomba sana walimu wasingatie hiyo mambo ya social distance tu na mask, kufaa kitu kama hiyo. Ile kitu imebadilika juu hata watoto wanajua watakuwa stable. Juu most of them walikuwa nafikiri wanamaliza last year. So mtoto atastuka, yanaona anarudia ile darasa alikuwa. So watachukua time kurudi normal vile walikuwa.
In terms of expenses, sanitizer,
imekuwa high. Juu lazima ununulie mtoto sanitizer, especially our boarding. Lazima awe na sanitizer. Hiyo mask lazima awe nazo kadhaa za kubadilisha. Hawezi kuwa na moja mbili. Hii wakati wa corona ningeomba serikali ile kitu ingeangalia sana, wasifukuse watoto. Bora msasa amelipa school fees nusu, hata akilipa nusu wasifukuse mtoto. Wapatie wasasi tena kama February ndio wao wamemaliza school fees. Juu hii round wajue tu sasa ni kuchipanga, na wengi hawana kazi. Wengi wako na kazi, wengine wamerudi kazi hii first. Tuseme leo. So itabidi walimu na serikali waungane wasaidie watoto wasome. Okay. Asante. Ameanza kuongea